Hey guys, remember to like the video and hit subscribe. We have to choose like winnable fights. I think that's really important. Like picking certain things to go and fight on, like the Wisconsin Supreme Court thing, or maybe abortion in Florida. I think winnable fights is important too because it shows like some impact of like you can go somewhere, campaign for something, or fight for something, and then win on that thing. So what is this? Why not just do PvP on Truth Social? Maybe I can. I think I'm gonna have a debate with Andrew Wilson on Peers. But the thing is, remember, conservatives know that they are lying. It's always important to remember that they know that they're lying. There's a reason why your Steven Crowders and your Ben Shapiro's and everybody only debate like uninformed college kids in surprise matches. The reason why is because they know that their stuff doesn't stand up to scrutiny. It's why they avoid, like the plague, any sort of confrontational dialogue with somebody that they know is more equipped to challenge them on it. Unless a person is like willing to be polite and play ball and not be too harsh.
If you add Los Angeles into it, then you can really do one big, beautiful bill because, frankly, they want that so badly. They want the money to go out there so badly. And I don't think we should do a bill until Los Angeles is included. And when Los Angeles is included, we get everything we want. If you add Los Angeles into it, then you can really do one big, beautiful bill because, frankly, they want that so badly. They want the money to go out there so badly. And I don't think we should do a bill until Los Angeles is included. And when Los Angeles is included, we get everything we want.
What was this in reference to, or where? What is the full? Do we have the full recording of this? An exception was Ben Shapiro's Oxford Union debate. He was very much confronted. I mean, like, kind of, but they're still undergrads. Like, I mean, what are you gonna like? Not to knock anybody at Ivy League colleges. I think they're incredibly bright people, but Destiny, we need to win on culture. What are Dems even about? What are the attractive? What is the attractive alternative? We need to bring back your philosophy. I want to push for policy to accomplish. Blah, blah. The problem is that like when Democrats win on culture, they're not like obsessed with politics like Republicans are. That's like the difference is that our culture obsession like didn't translate much to electoral stuff. Like if you think of the people in Hollywood and the wokeness and all that bullshit, like part of the messaging was still shitting on Democrats. Like there were cultural and social issues that they wanted to message on, but very rarely did that result in a huge support for the party. It might have had some support for people like maybe AOC or Bernie Sanders, but not for the party. The right, and also people on the left, I don't think, aside from like woke college kids, I don't think they talk about politics everywhere. But people on the right will inject politics into fucking everything. That's one of the reasons why they're so much more successful in all these worlds. It's because everything is political and it infects and is absorbed by every single thing that they do in their life. So they're very like unified on that front.
A lot of people want me to go full nuclear about it. I don't think that it's necessary to do that. I don't want to.
Don't you think the H-1B visas showed the Dems, the Achilles heel of the Republicans? They really hate immigrants. I mean, like, they have a lot of Achilles heels. They're like, the Republicans right now are unified by idol worship, right? It's just an obsessive worship of Trump. And when Trump is gone, I don't think another figure can step up. And there are going to be extreme ideological schisms because the MAGA group grew so many different demographics. It's included a whole bunch of people now that aren't ideologically bought into like the post-neocon, Tea Party, quasi-faux libertarian bullshit. There's not going to be this huge ideological congruity between all the new groups that are part of the MAGA people. So there's going to be some schisms. The question is just whether or not the Trump cult worship can pull them all back to just being relatively aligned, you know?
A lot of people want me to go full.
LeMayo at Destiny, that's so fucking not true. Weird leftoid politics infects all movies, shows, and games, companies, rainbow capitalism, etc. Yeah, they kind of do that the woke messaging, all that. But the woke messaging, those people are never huge Harris or Biden supporters. Like, they might do like a, go Bernie thing, but like the wokies are not out here saying think of all the Gaza kids. How many of those people were protesting Biden probably harder than any of the Republicans, right? It's not the same. Whereas the Republicans are like single-mindedly unified around, and the centrists and the whatever bullshit are all single-mindedly unified around Trump.
A lot of people want me to go full nuclear about it. I don't think that it's necessary to do that. I don't want to create drama. As I said before, maybe I want to go to SpaceX one day. I think that'd be really cool. If I could go live stream one of the rocket launches, that'd be great. So no, I don't want to go and start a bunch of drama and burn a bridge. Absolutely not.
How do we separate ourselves from the wokies? I mean, you just have to disavow them. And more people on the center left should be willing to disavow them. Stop being so gentle. Like, just say, like, yeah, these guys are cringe. I don't associate with them. And that's it. Like, it should be very easy for even people like Brian, Tyler Cohen, or Josiah, or anybody else. I'm not calling them out in particular. But just like to be able to say that, like, yeah, like these people over here are kind of cringe. We don't associate with them. Like, I don't carry their views with me. I don't champion any of the shit they say. I don't advocate for these positions. Like, yeah.
Not. Why would I do that?
Is the Trump victory evidence that America is innately bigoted or stupid? Is this too simplistic? I personally can't fathom supporting Trump if you're either, unless you're a bigot, stupid. It's not. It's to take a step back. The thing is, you have to keep in mind, okay, that the average person, the super average person, is waking up, checking some social media, going to work, getting home, hanging out with friends, playing games, hanging out with their family, eating a little bit, maybe on some social media, and they go to sleep. This is the average person. The average person doesn't know anything about like Shokan and Burisma and like all these crazy things. So the average person is going to care about things that are either immediately noticeable in their life, so things like inflation for sure, and then whatever permeates into their social media bubbles, which unfortunately is going to be a whole bunch of social wars issues. So saying something along the lines of like, Donald Trump is trying to sue pollsters because he doesn't like the results that they were giving. Like you're already like halfway through. Donald Trump suing. Okay, what? Okay. Versus like trans women killing high school students in sports games. It's like, oh, that's crazy. And I know that that's bullshit. Like trans men are playing volleyball games, combat sports. Like that's like an immediately, intuitively, viscerally, emotionally evocative thing that you just grapple with or you can engage with and immediately have a strong feeling about. The culture war stuff is just so powerful and so big and so important, and it overrides everything else. So for an average person who's just not super politically plugged in, because the average person isn't, it's really complicated. There's just a lot of bullshit, and it's not fun, right? Unless it's literally your hobby. Why the fuck would you engage with politics unless you're some weirdo? The culture war stuff is just so much more important, and conservatives fight on all those battlegrounds so much. But when conservatives fight on those battlegrounds, they angle it really well into electoral outcomes. It's very big, right? Like, progressives don't say, we need to defend trans people, so vote Democrat. Like, we need to defend minimum wage, we need to defend healthcare. They rally around policies, which Americans don't care about policies. So they'll say, we need single payer, we need trans rights. And then they'll say, like, the Democrats don't go far enough. So, like, you're not even energized. Like, nobody comes away from a progressive rally being like, damn, yeah, let's go vote for Biden. Let's go vote for Harris. Let's go vote for like, they don't feel that way. There's a lot of support for, like, the more extreme candidates. So people like Bernie Sanders, but then that's it. Once they're gone, it's like, oh, well, fuck this, you know? There are more Asmongold. Holy fuck, bro. Didn't we watch his stream a little bit on this?
You guys hear me? Yeah?
How does Asmongold have so many viewers? Is this shit real or botted? I think he's got a lot of center-right and far-right audience members right now. So you know how I kept saying Hassan was pretty much unopposed on Twitch? Now he has opposition, and now this is like right-wing Hassan, basically. Or Hassan is like left-wing Asmongold. So now you go to Asmongold for what feels like basically the bog standard like centrist ticks. Like Asmongold is what Tim Pool was like 4 years ago. Like he's going to give you all of kind of like the anti-woke marching orders is what it feels like. Maybe he counter messages on some things. I just haven't seen it, but this is basically what it feels like. How do you counter the culture wars? For example, the LGBT stuff with kids. It sounds weird, but like you just have to walk away from the soy shit and not be soy as fuck anymore. And also, you have to be positive in your messaging, right? I think as negative as the Republicans are, there is a queer positivity to everything that they have as well, right? And you have to really tease these things out. Like when you're looking at like Andrew Tate talking about how like you're a piece of shit, like you need to go out, like you're worthless, you're not doing anything, like this is like you haven't done anything, you haven't accomplished anything. Look at you, right? It doesn't feel like he's actually shitting on you. What it feels like is he's telling you is like you're a man and you could do so much more, right? That's what it feels like when they're chastising you. So even though it comes off as negative, it's not, because the attacks that he's levying against you come from an area of, as weird as it feels to say, from an area that feels like a place of compassion or understanding, or I'm shitting on you because you want to be this and I want you to be this. But when the left does it, it's like you're gross because you're white and your country has a history of slavery and you're white and male and a rapist and everybody should think you're just like, oh, well, fuck me, I guess. Damn, that's like a downer. It doesn't feel good. People need to do a better job at advocating for things without just making it sound soy as fuck. Destiny, it feels like this is advice for yourself. Not sure if the average person should do what you're saying. No, the average person should absolutely do what I'm saying. There's a way to correct people on bigoted shit that, this sounds so cringe to say, but there's a way to correct people on bigoted shit that is like, it's cool and it's not cringe. Like if you're hanging out with a friend and another friend makes a weird joke about the guy and he's like, oh, you're black? Like, want to go pick some cotton while rapping or whatever? Like, you don't have to be like, bro, don't you understand that Western imperialism has made it so that the dominant culture right now is oppressing him in systemic ways that are invisible to you, and that the fact that you do, right, like you can just be like, bro, this is my friend. That's not cool. Why would you say that? Fuck off. Like, you can just be cool. I don't know how else to say it, but like, just be cool. Just be cool. There are so many ways that you can be cooler. I feel like Ethan has done this. I contrasted like Ethan from HHP versus like iDubbbz, although I haven't watched a lot of iDubbbz' content recently, so maybe he's changed. But like, there's ways that you can hold people accountable where you can just like be cool about it without being like so fucking, without being, fuck, I don't want to be an asshole. I'm not calling out anybody in a bad way. People are young, and I understand that people do whatever, that's fine. But there was a Dean Withers clip. The fuck? Oh, good meme, probably. God, he's so cringe, dude. Top one with the girl? I don't know if that was it. I think it was a different one. It was him on a couch. Oh.
No.
And also, I'm only talking about messaging here because the underlying idea is different, okay? Or not like, the underlying idea is not soy. It's a good thing, right? Like, diversity is a good thing to have, not because it's right and not because it's woke and not because it's politically correct, but because there's like a whole new batch of content and people that you can associate with when there are more voices involved, right? Mudahar is not a white guy, right? Abba and Preach are not like white dudes. This is like what the internet predominantly was. As weird or as crazy as Ayla Girl is, right? She has a lot of entertainment on the internet. That's a woman on the internet. Like having these different groups of people that all feel comfortable stepping into online spaces and like adding their voices, it's nice. It's more entertaining. It makes, at the end of the day, for better content for us, right? There are like tons of different types of people that are just, it's better to have like all of these voices here and to be able to hear people and whatever, not for any like woke or cringe or whatever bullshit reason, just because it's more, it literally is more entertaining. Like, that's it. Yeah, you don't have to be woke scoldy about it.
Why
He's
you're
debate trained. He doesn't talk.
No,
like,
I know why
he's
you're
debate trained. He doesn't talk.
No,
like,
I can
he
tell.
doesn't talk like we talk at the gym.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah, like, we're not like a bro, but I'm trying to understand why you're relating the two.
Come on, I could be bro. Yeah, sure, I got you. So there's two things. I would personally hold to the position that human rights should probably be federally protected against. I don't think in any scenario a state should be able to legalize a human rights violation. And it's that principle that drives us to the conclusion that slavery shouldn't be up to the states and should be protected against by the federal government. However, I also apply that to certain abortions. For instance, I think it is a human rights violation to infringe upon an individual's bodily integrity and autonomy without good reason. And I'd actually say it's those same human rights violations that drive us to the conclusion that slavery is wrong. However, under that same category, comes the criminalization of elective lethal abortions before a certain point, because there's just simply no reason to ban it.
It's fair. I mean, I can't really argue it. There's no arguing that.
Like, just chill. Just like calm down a little bit. Just like, you can be a little bit more relaxed, you know? Dean Withers is super young and he's in like a super combative thing on TikTok. So I'm not like calling him out in particular or whatever, but I'm just saying like, I think a lot of people just need to kind of like take a deep breath, chill a little bit.